Hello friends, now I explain the concept number 2.14 Boolean literals. In the literals category, already I introduced integer literals, floating point literals and character literals. Now the fourth one, Boolean literals. This is unique for Java. Actually, in our programming, we have to take decisions. Decisions always based on certain condition. If you take any condition, it may be true or false. Suppose today is a working day. Working day, if you take, there are two states. It may be true or it may be false. Today is a working day, your schedule is one fashion. Working day is false. That means today is a holiday, your status is different. Your schedule, work schedule is different. So if you take anything, any condition you take, you can find only two states, either true or false. If it is true, you behave in one fashion. If it is false, you behave in other fashion. So in programming also, every time we have to encounter several situations, several conditions, pass or fail. If you get 40% or more, pass, otherwise fail. Like that, any situation you take one condition, you have to encounter a condition. The condition may be true or false. If it is true, one way you behave. If it is false, other way you behave. Okay, that's why the role of true and false are very vital in programming. Those are named as Boolean. Boolean, it deals with only two literals, one is true, one is true. True, just actually as a word we write true, and the second one is false in lower case. If you write in uppercase or mixed case, it leads to error. As far as C or C++ are concerned, those are 1 and 0. True is represented by 1, false is represented by 0. But in Java, those are not valid. Actually, if you try to use them 1 or 0, then error will come. Then you must use true and false. Only Boolean types you have to use. That's why, what are the Boolean literals? Only two literals are there. One is true, other one is false. So wherever such situation is there, the true or false, you have to specify. Then you can use true and false. Normally, these are used in selection control structures and loop control structures. For example, selection and loop control structures, the next chapters, forthcoming chapters we learn. Suppose in C, if you write while statement, while is a loop. If you write while statement, what is the meaning? While is true, so this is true, then the statements in the block can be executed. But same code, if you write in Java, it leads to error because one is an integer, not Boolean and all that. In Java, how you have to write? You have to the same thing. You can write like this with a Boolean literal. You have to write here in C. If you write 1, 1 represents true, 0 represents false. So always you remember that. And C style is different, this is different. In C you cannot find Boolean type and all that, but here specifically Boolean type is created. And one more thing, Boolean expressions. Boolean expression means which expression gives result either false or true, true or false. That is called Boolean expression. Suppose marks are greater than or equal to 40. What answer you accept? You get some marks. In examination, you get some marks. With reference to this statement, what is the answer? Either true or false. Suppose you got 35, this is false. You got 66, this is true. So this expression, what is the result of this expression? Either true or false. For every student it may vary, either true or false. These type of expressions are called Boolean expressions. Don't confuse. All the terms you should master. Otherwise, whenever a new term is introduced and all that, if you know the concept also, if you do not know the term, you are confused. Sometimes it may have synonyms, different names and all that. Then you should know the synonyms. This is many students' problem, because whenever certain term is used with synonymous meaning and all that, even though they know the concept, they are confused. That's why Boolean expression means an expression which gives a result either true or false. That is called Boolean expression. So with relational operators we write n is equal to 0, n is less than 40, less than 40. Like that, all these expressions are called Boolean expressions. Finally, regarding Boolean expression, one very important point I have to tell you. As far as other types are concerned, suppose character, integer. Character type can be converted into integer type. Integer type can be converted into character type. Character type. In that way, some type to other type we can change. Suppose a floating point is there, it can be converted into integer. Then what happens? Whatever the fractional value, that is truncated, that is discarded. Understand? But as far as Boolean is concerned, Boolean cannot be converted into any other type, or any other type cannot be converted into Boolean. Always remember, the result of a Boolean expression is a Boolean literal, either true or false. Always you remember this. So all the 4 types of literals I have explained, and we have to learn gradually in applications. We learn new points and all that. Basically this information is enough. So first one, integer literal, floating point literals, character literals, and the Boolean literals. And in this context, one thing I have to tell you, in our program tokens we found 5 categories. What are they? Keywords, identifiers, literals or literal constants, and 4th one is operators. Actually, operator is a symbol or term which represents an operation, on either 1 or 2 or 3 operands. Once again I am repeating, an operator is a symbol or a term which acts upon either 1 or 2 or 3 operands and gives a result. Okay, just for example sake I show you. This is minus 5. This is 9 minus 5. This is okay. If you take now here 3 types of operators I used. Minus 5, this is acting upon 1 operand. Otherwise C plus plus is operator, plus means plus 1. It is acting upon 1 operand. This is called unary operator. And most operators are binary operators. They act upon 2 operands. 9 minus 5, 9 plus 5, 9 into 5, 9 modulus 5. Like that, most operators are binary operators. They act upon 2 operands. And only one set of operands are there. They act upon 3 operands. This is A minus B. Sorry, A is greater than B is the Boolean expression. You must write a Boolean expression. If it is true, C is the result. If it is the false, D is the result. These are called conditional operators. And in this way, there are many operators in Java. Actually, there is no shortcut to learn them briefly. That's why next chapter, chapter number 3, I totally earmark for learning all the operators. We have to classify them around 8 groups. Then only we have to learn their features and functionalities. That's why even though it is one of the categories of program tokens, I am not explaining here, and the next chapter I will explain them.